Alrighty. All right, here we go. All right, so welcome everyone to the first episode of This Week in FinTwit. Just a fun, quick Twitter space that'll just be going on every Wednesday at around 5 p.m. PST. I think the majority of the kind of speakers up here might be on here regularly. Of course, we all have busy schedules, so it might be moved around with different people. It'll probably be fun to bring on some guests, other guests eventually in the future as well. But we're just kind of going over the past week or so, what happened in FinTwit, memes, markets, different key events that were relevant to FinTwit. And so before we get started, I'd also like to say this episode and this show is sponsored by RetroSend. You can find it at retrosend.com. Just high quality finance apparel, very simple, very sleek, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So let's get into it. Wolf, Wolf Financial. I'll talk to you first, or ask this question to you first. What are your thoughts on Greg hitting 100,000 followers in around 4 months or so?
Glad you threw that one at me. And just so everyone knows, one of my Wolf analysts is recording this call. Just a disclaimer there. So I'm very excited for Greg. I actually found Greg at around 11,000 followers. I found him. I was just hopping into Twitter Spaces and I was noticing this guy just like sitting on the speaker panel and not speaking. And I clicked in his bio, and of course, I didn't know if it was satire at first. I was like, I wonder what's going on here. But then he just started like popping up in different places. So I started just calling him out, like, because I really started doing a ton of spaces. So I would just start calling him out and just inviting him up. And I make like a big deal, like, Greg, like, get up here. You got to get up here. And he just started coming up and like sitting on my spaces. And this went on for honestly like a good amount of time. He moved up to like 20K followers, I would say. And then at this point, I think it was somewhere around there where he got Jose Canseco, or he got like one of his first big tweets like blew up, and then he did the moment of silence space, and I was like, okay, this is really going to go viral because people were literally, he had like 100 people sitting in the space not even talking. And I spent a lot of time on here, so I started DMing with Greg a little bit, and he started sending me like pictures of how much time he was spending on Twitter, and it was like insane. So I started like chatting a little bit more with him and like going back and forth. We were actually talking about the app, Wolf, and I just liked him. I liked his personality, so I realized that there could be a lot of back and forth. So I started pumping his followers as best as I could from a smaller account perspective, and I was doing like parties when he was hitting certain milestones. So it feels like just like I think it was a month ago I did like a party on Spaces for him hitting 30K. So the fact that he went to 100K is crazy, but I'm not surprised at all. Obviously with the type of engagement that he's getting, and I'm just glad that I got the Greg follow, and I've been a part of it since 10% of what he has now, and I'm definitely going to be driving him for a while, and pumping those followers.
No, definitely. It's interesting. I also, just a subtle plug, I also posted up above, or I pinned up above the Greg thread I did on him yesterday. We kind of collabed a little bit on that. I didn't, I know I found kind of Greg within the past, I want to say probably below 10,000 followers. Like, I remember when we were kind of going back and forth, I was passing him every once and then, or now and then he would pass me. And then, like, I remember I had towards the end of March, I had some really great tweet and then ended up passing him. And then, like, ever since then, he's just taken off. I mean, April was kind of stagnant for a lot of people. And then the beginning of May, you saw obviously Dogecoin, or Elon was going to go on SNL. And so everyone was on Twitter then. I mean, Dogecoin was pumping, and he was able to just totally ride that. And obviously, his Jose Canseco tweet just blew up. Um, so it's just so crazy. It looks like Matt. Matt, are you still here? It looks like you went down.
No, I got back. My thing
Okay.
crashed.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
weird.
any comments on that as well, Matt? I mean, I know you were one of his early followers.
I was his 17th follower, I want to say, but I think it's a great case to show how fast like memes can get you viral. Yeah, like go viral.
Absolutely, and I
It's,
think also it's a case of like resilience. It's a case of someone being super unique. I mean, like the part of the reason like Perrick and a bunch of these other guys as well are just have blown up so well is just because it's so unique. Like no one's ever seen someone with like 40 different degrees on their profile, and like the kind of material that he was putting out, and it's just so interesting to see. Wolfie, any last comments on this kind of topic before we move on?
Yeah, I have a confession, guys. I don't follow Greg.
No way.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Any reason why?
I don't know. I see all of his shit all over all the time anyway, because everybody likes and recirculates it. And I never followed, and now I won't follow until he follows me. So how about that?
Ooh. Okay.
So it's kind of good. It's kind of good that you have this opposing view, I guess.
I don't have an opposing view. It's not like opposing. It's nothing like against it. It's just like I never did.
Okay.
I see all of the content because everybody interacts with it.
Right.
So it's like, if he follows me, I'll follow him. If he doesn't, he can be cool little Greg in Kentucky, and I'll be over here sitting in my car.
Right.
I think you did the same thing with me because we were chatting for a while, and then eventually I followed you, and then you followed me.
That one wasn't intentional though. I didn't know that I wasn't following you.
There.
Yeah.
I'm like a boomer when it comes to this stuff sometimes.
I was gonna say there is Kayla, who was actually one of Greg's first followers that kind of introduced him to the world of FinTwit.
So I'm pretty sure Kayla is Greg then.
I'm almost positive. I believe it. Hear me out. Kayla's husband is Greg.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh,
Kayla's coming out right now. We have a surprise guest in Kayla. How are you, Kayla?
Any rebuttals?
I'm good. Definitely not Greg. I do not have the time for that in between TikTok and Twitter.
Yeah.
I will say it's not Kayla because Greg posts pictures of his hands, and those are definitely dude hands.
That's why she uses her husband. She uses her husband for the pictures.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's funny because I was just on a call with Matt the other day. He says he knows who it is. I don't know.
No,
if
you can't.
or
Dude,
not. I don't know.
You can't bring that up in here.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
we gotta keep this under the covers.
Well, I didn't say. I mean, he didn't tell me who it was. I'm just saying, like he knows the beans, and if he could, and if he wanted to, he could spill them.
Matt, laugh emoji twice if it's secretly. What was his name? Gerg? I forget. Geg.
Geg. Oh. I miss Geg. Oh my god, that account was hilarious.
Matt, blink twice if it's him.
All right, I'll spill the beans right here because his wife is in the chat.
Find out who it is, though. All right, let's move on to the next topic.
Wait. Oh. Just before you move, do you ever think it'll get to a critical mass point where it would be like it would be a situation where he can't reveal who he is? So like Banksy.
Matt, I mean, you probably have some opinion on this. I'll let you answer this.
All right, so from what we talked about, we can't actually, he doesn't want himself to be revealed at any point because of stuff that happened in the past when he's gone viral before. So this isn't his first viral account.
Oh, that's interesting. Dang, we're really getting into this here. You just turned over a whole new rock here. Wow. All right, so I hate to move on from that, but that's super interesting. I'm sure. Damn, the story continues or the plot thickens. All right, so let's move on. I pinned to the top the Litquidity meme that he posted yesterday. Went viral as well. Absolutely hilarious. It's basically a COVID-19 testing truck getting towed away. And his comment was, NYC is back, baby. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. I've seen it across a number of different things. And I've also seen a bunch of people now using that format as their meme format. So they're posting random photos and then just saying NYC is back. Matt, what do you think?
Here, I just missed exactly what you said, but New York City being back.
Yeah, I posted the Quidditch.
Look at the top, Matt. Look at the top.
Yeah, look at the pinned. I was just saying how viral it went yesterday and how funny it is.
All right, here, you can pass. I'm gonna pass right now.
All right. Oh, Wolf Financial, what do you got? Your thoughts on this?
Well, first off, I know that you sent this to me, but Litquidity is verified, which is kind of crazy because
Yeah.
there's not a lot of big meme accounts that are verified, are there?
No, there really isn't. I mean, there really isn't.
Like, I can't think of another one. Do you know another one?
Well, I mean, the thing is, though, you have to look at like Litquidity is huge on Instagram, and then he's had, I believe, multiple articles written about him. I think like his picture's out there, so if you really wanted to find it, who he is, you can find him. So I mean, he is basically a public figure at this point.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. That's cool. My thoughts on it? Well, it's cool that he's verified. I was actually in NYC last weekend, I want to say. I don't know, dude. I've been moving around a lot, but I would not say that NYC. Well, it was kind of back because two different things. So one, the nightlife definitely back. I was going out to bars till like 2:30, 3 a.m. A lot of people, packed, no masks, all that. But the thing is, for the actual like going into restaurants and going into like stores and stuff, and like walking on the sidewalk and stuff during the day, people are actually still pretty cautious in NYC. It could be it's just the demographic of the area, but like especially on the subway, maybe they just understand how disgusting NYC is. You feel like you're walking through soup. Not in like an offensive way. It's just they test the air quality. Tell me I'm wrong. And I think like in other areas, I've been in AC, Baltimore, Philly over the last week, traveled around a bunch. I feel like it's just been much more relaxed from a shutdown or lockdown perspective in other areas. So I feel like NYC is actually still being a little cautious. Just maybe the nightlife is back.
Wolfie, do you have any comments on that before I kind of move on?
Yeah, I got an apartment in New York. So New York is not back until you're literally walking through garbage on the streets and when there's a hobo pissing on the subway.
I've seen a couple of those kind of videos. I know there's a
There
lot
were
of stuff on Subway.
there were a lot of people taking pisses just in
Yeah.
random places on the street. Not gonna lie, including
Well,
my
then, well,
friend,
then it's back, baby.
including my friend group. So yeah.
All right, this kind of segues easily into. I mean, we got this. It's kind of the elephant in the room. We got the Delta variant. I've seen a couple news reports. There's already third world countries that are shutting down, not necessarily because of Delta variant, but I mean, there's a lot of resurgence in those kind of countries. Anyone have any comments? I don't want to get political with it, but anyone have any comments on that? Are they worried? Are we good?
I really don't see any need to be worried because I've seen the vaccination is mainly it opposes what's going to happen for these variants. So as long as you're vaccinated, it's no issue. As for other countries, I can't really say what's going to happen out there.
I heard that the people who got J&J might need to get a booster shot.
I did hear it was Moderna, the one that knocks it out.
Yeah, but also I thought Ramp was pretty funny when he said, "Why are they naming the variants after sororities?" Which is accurate.
And then, hey, Permian, I saw your DM. I'll get you up at the end, and we'll do like a little Q&A really quick. I'll get you up at the end though for sure. No, I think I posted something yesterday as well where it was like that new kind of meme format where it was like the fat Jason Momoa versus the gold shiny like normal Momoa or what's his name, Aquaman. And then it was like regular COVID versus like COVID-19 Delta variant. It's just wild. Any other comments on that?
No, I don't think it's going to be an issue.
I don't think it's like an issue here. The interesting thing, like, if we get serious about it, the interesting thing is if like other places get shut down and it creates bottlenecks for certain things that we need supplies for, like that on a serious basis is where I'd look at it. But otherwise, like, as long as the variant is not something that can't be covered by the vaccines that exist now, it doesn't bug us.
Permian. I brought you up really quick. Do you want to speak really quick to that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, first-hand experience with the variants and the vaccines. So, my family vaccinated 4+ months. Ended up in ICU. Yeah, I mean, it can happen to anybody, but then I was around them and nothing happened to me. But I mean, like, yeah, it's not a hall pass, but you know what? It's a fucking flu. And the family, the people I'm talking about are 85 plus years of age, and something's gonna get them. And in case you don't know this, like something's gonna get all of us.
Gotcha.
Dark.
Ominous. Yeah, no, I hear
Yeah.
you, Permian. I hear you.
Death denial is real.
Only thing that's getting me is these minus 80% gains.
Yeah.
Right.
No, but I mean, like, yeah. So, everybody else who we were widely exposed, nothing. Some positive with no symptoms, some negative, no symptoms. But I mean, yeah.
Alrighty. Thank you, Permian, for that. We're gonna move on to the kind of the last topic here.
Wait, can I ask anybody, like, has anybody tried anal sex?
Really?
I actually haven't.
All right, Permian, I just moved you down. All right.
Jesus Christ disapproves.
All right. Well, the first episode's going well. So now we got to the final kind of topic before we maybe go into some questions from the audience. Over the past month or two, we've talked a ton about crypto. It's been kind of the focus. As of recent, it's gone sideways. It's gone kind of stagnant. Does anyone see? Do we go into a crypto winter here? Are we still in the bull market? I mean, I've continued to talk to a bunch of people about this, and so many people are unsure. Do you guys have any opinions on it?
I feel like we need another major event before we like scale up into the crypto market.
Got it. So I mean, do you think El Salvador is a major or a minor event?
I would say major. It's the first milestone of a country accepting Bitcoin as like a formal payment. But I wouldn't put it as one of the next steps towards it becoming like formally accepted.
I think you said it the right way. It's a major milestone and a minor event.
Yeah.
Got it. That makes sense. I mean, yeah. Wolf Financial, you have any comments on it as well?
Hoping and praying every day. You know, I pray 3 times a day for crypto. And right now I'm just, the problem, well, I'm just looking at Bitcoin. To me, it really looks like it could go either way is the scary part. Like this sideways condensing around, 35 to dropping down to the, 30s to up to 40s just scares me. Like it just scares me because, I haven't sold anything, but if it goes down under like 27 one day, which it could do in a single day, I just see it going to like 22. And the problem is, I don't see that same thing with like the upside of like, oh, if it hits 40, like in my mind, it's not like, oh, we're good. It's moving up. I'm just scared of the downside.
Right. Now, I mean, do you see that correlation also in the regular markets or just general markets? It's kind of sideways as well.
Yeah, it's the difference in the regular markets is where you have earnings and fundamentals and a little bit more like, company events and surety in a lot of situations. And like, that's what I base a lot of my investing on. Like I try to buy fundamentally sound companies that I believe are going to have great earnings reports and give out great news each quarter. And so like you're in crypto, you're a little bit like in the dark,
Absolutely. I mean, Wolfie, any other comments on that?
Yeah, so crypto like wildly trades like as a technical asset. So like a lot of these moves when the thing goes sideways just kind of trade around technicals. If Bitcoin loses its 50 week, which is where it like held support last time, that's where like that neckline for everyone and their mother posting a head and shoulders pattern on Bitcoin. That's where that neckline basically sits. So essentially, if it breaks that spot, it's basically saying that it can't hold a year's worth of support, and then it's like what everyone's fear is of like it going likely back to where it broke out from, which is like 20,000.
Gotcha. All
But
right.
essentially, like Matt said, for it to go like meaningfully higher, it will need some sort of, you know, like real catalyst. One thing though, tomorrow there's allegedly 1.8 billion, I think, of German funds that are eligible to be invested in Bitcoin. So just look out for that.
So now, Wolfie, is that only Bitcoin or is it the broader general market or crypto market?
I will find the tweet and I will post it again.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure it was Bitcoin.
Got it.
And that tweet came out in April, but it was scheduled for July 1st, and tomorrow obviously is July 1st, so I think it's supposed to be tomorrow.
That's a super interesting piece of news. I would love to kind of read it more into that. Okay, so before we kind of get maybe into any questions or comments from the audience really quick, does any of the speakers on here want to talk about anything else in the past week or so?
Talk to me about this new PFP.
Yeah, so this is me as a kid in Cancun, Mexico. I had the great idea of getting braids at probably about 10 or 12 years old. And yeah, that's me in the flesh as a little kid.
Nice.
A lot of people ask if that's actually me. Yep, that's me. That's my actual name. So here I am. I'm actually a Chad.
Do you want to talk about your TikTok account?
Yeah, so it's kind of funny. I think I've kind of played around with TikToks before on a number of different platforms, but this is the first time I'm really doing content for myself. And I mean, I just kind of spent some time over the past week kind of playing around with different ideas and building some drafts and stuff like that. And I've sent them around to get feedback. And I really like it. I'm going to continue to do, at least what I'm going to do is the market recap every day at around 2 to 2:30ish. That's at least what I'm going to do, and then I'm really building a lot of different ideas I want to do, and I just have to really execute on that. So I think it's going to be really fun this summer. I'm really kind of focused on building out this account and the whole gamut. So it's going to be really fun.
I think you should keep doing it. And just do it the exact same format that you have. I like that format.
Yeah, I think it was interesting. You know, it's funny. I saw Gannon. I know Wolf Financial. You and I I've talked to Gannon a couple times, and I saw his update, and I was like, oh shoot, you know, he obviously, I mean, he released it first, so it's his thing, but I think we're doing it in different ways and different kind of formats, so I think it's interesting. But I think we've gone back and forth on it. I think there's a need for it, a quick, fun way to see what happened in the day, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. You had to get in there sooner than later.
Yeah.
Speaking of Gannon, I have a call with him in 2 days.
Sweet. Yeah, he's a great guy. All right. I wanted to try and keep this under 30 minutes or so. We're almost coming up to 5:25 here. Does anyone in the audience want to come up here and ask a question really quick or make a comment?
I see ET.
Yeah, ET's a great guy. All right, we got one. We'll bring him up and see. Hopefully, it's not a troll. Obviously, that can happen, but I don't think Permian was trolling, but I think he just decided to ask that last question. Tenzer, what's up?
Yeah, hey, I've got a question. I was actually attracted to the space. Wolfie shared a video that I had put out last night, and basically what it was a guru, or otherwise known as Furu. If I'm saying that correctly, I'm like a month into this FinTwit community. And basically why I'm into it is because I've noticed somebody that I've known since the age of 10 is out there having claimed that he has turned $1,000 into $18 million. And I just simply cannot believe it, because this man who claims to be doing so is just profoundly dumb, right? And he's got this video series that he sells. You all might know, it's at Stocks That Go. His real name is Cameron Newell, but he's got this video series that he sells for $2,000. And, while it's fun to laugh about, hey, he's making this outrageous claim, what he's doing is he's making a material misrepresentation, right? And he is engaging in what is a really predatory act. And he's trying to catch the people who are down on their luck, looking for that proverbial trampoline, into riches. Maybe they lost their jobs, maybe they're back on child support. I could go on and on, right? So I guess what I'm asking is there's a lot of false statements out there. There's a lot of pump and dump type chat rooms, and I see an avenue for enforcement of some level to come in and perhaps give some attention to these folks, and it doesn't really seem to be happening. So when I think about somebody like Cameron, and maybe Wolfie, you could share this video. What
Send it
do you
my way. I'll share, man. I don't care.
Well, I think you did. You tweeted it, right? But or maybe I'm talking about the wrong person.
No.
But
I if it's the video of the guy who who says that he has like MIT mathematics quant that helps him do his algos, and then he whips out a calculator to do some really stringent math of 10 times 17. Yeah, I pumped that video.
Yeah, so pump that
hilarious.
video. But anyways, point here is the FTC, SEC. Do they give any attention to these guys? How do we get these guys in trouble? What they're doing is wrong.
I mean, I know they do. It's just I think it gets to a point where enough complaints come in about someone or a group, and then they act. I think that's how it works. But
priority list.
You think it's a function of volume as far as the complaint goes?
I have no idea. But there's a lot. Like, listen, man. There's a lot of people who do like that and worse. And if you just take it on a bigger scale, like, how's like what Elon does allowed? Right?
Oh, I'm with you.
So like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer. I don't know how they get flagged. I don't know any of that.
I mean, Tender, it has to really do with the fact that the SEC, the FTC, a lot of these regulatory agencies are really underfunded. And so basically what their focus is like Wolfie was saying, was their focus is really on volume, like who's the biggest player, and then trying to scare all the smaller fish out of trying to do it in the future. I think that's part of their kind of goal. Unfortunately, that's how it is, but there's a ton of small players, and that's probably just the first one, if you haven't seen more, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree, and I guess I'll open the floor up for other questions here, but being underfunded is certainly prime element here, and it's my concern. I'm new to this space. I don't know how often these people get swept up. It was my suspicion that this did not rise to the level that somebody sitting in what is clearly an apartment, right, claiming $18 million, and that's probably something that the SEC doesn't even turn their nose up at.
Yeah,
I have sorry, Wolf, but there, it's interesting too, because a lot of these guys, like, even though that will happen, like, even if they get big enough to where they do, either settle with the FTC or SEC, or they do like have to pay some kind of punitive damages, a lot of times they end up doing it again. I mean, I've seen a number of different kind of MLM guys. Obviously, this is different, but there's a number of different like MLM guys that after being convicted of fraud and all this kind of stuff, they're still able to do the same business. And because like it's such a mind game, a lot of this stuff, they continue to do it again, and they'll continue to try and do it again because the money is just there. And so, yeah, it's horrible. But
yeah, interesting take.
Also the downside, like, so you get caught.
Yeah.
Like, very few of these people end up actually serving time. They usually like pay punitive damages, and then they might serve like a month or 6 months or so, and then they're out. So like, you just look at like the guy from Wolf of Wall Street, right? Like he did serve time, but like, I've never talked to him. I don't know the guy, but I'm pretty sure just based on his demeanor, like, he looks at it as a trade-off and he's fine.
Yeah, one of my friends actually did a hour-long interview with him a few weeks ago, and that'll be coming out in like a month and a half, where I think they go into like what he does with his money now and like how he lives his life and stuff.
It's cheeky tease right there.
Cheeky.
Yeah, he was sending me videos of him playing golf with Jordan Belfort in Jordan Belfort's backyard.
I've seen actually a number of different videos. Like, he's really active on socials now.
He likes you, Chad.
Yeah, I guess he does.
Jordan Belfort responds to Chad.
Does he?
He does. He responds to Chad.
Oh wow.
He's responded a couple times, but not
Wow.
in the nice ways.
What was the tweet that got you followed?
No, so it was not a while ago, but like a couple months ago. I forget. I think I just said like
It was the Melinda
Jordan's.
Gates one.
Yeah, I think it was that one. Plus, there was another
Yeah,
one
he
a
tweeted.
little while later.
He tweeted. Jordan Belfort tweeted, "If you're not the smartest person, if you're not like something like about if you're not something in the room, like somebody else is, or like if you're not the most
Oh, if you're not the
wanted,
smartest in the room, you're in the wrong
like
room.
yeah, like
Yeah,
it was something like basically like if you're not the best person in the room, like somebody else is going to leave you or something like that." And he tagged Melinda Gates under the post.
that was right when Bill Gates obviously and them divorced. So yeah,
Where's
it was
a
fun.
grade A class act right there, man.
I might actually get. I was told that after the interview drops, it's actually a whole series that my friend did. He's doing it with King Batch, who has like 30 million followers, and so he interviewed Jordan Belfort, Steve Urkel, Chris Camillo, and a bunch of others, and it's a whole series, and it's getting sponsored and stuff. And then he said after it drops, which I think is August, so like 2 months from now, he said he'd ask Jordan Belfort to come on a space with me and my friend. So we'll see.
That's crazy. All right,
Wow.
we'll bring up one more, and then we will cap this session off. I know everyone's super busy.
Last thing. I have a hot take on the other guy's question from Tensor, which was
Yeah.
hot take. The government doesn't need to punish these people. People should be more careful with their money and not give it to random people on the internet. The internet is huge. It's not, in my opinion, the government's job to regulate every single little thing. People should just be a little bit more careful with trusting people on the internet. Hot take.
Yeah, yeah. I like that take. I mean, but there is something to be said. Like you have to.
I'm down to debate this another time. I'm
Yeah.
down to actually.
Yeah.
I'm down to actually have like a legitimate debate. 'Cause
Yeah.
I used to be on that side, and then I went and worked for like I went and started building products for underserved communities, and I saw the nebulous
Yeah.
problem for why that statement doesn't work. So I'm down to have that
Right.
conversation another time. But in general, for like 90% of people, I agree with you.
All right. Yeah, we'll set up that space probably soon. All right. Broken Brokers. What do you got?
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking that, maybe interesting to have some sort of like, separate website to report people on FinTwit for like being scammers or whatnot, because, or like duplicate accounts and all that. And people can kind of like search if they ever have any suspicions because, Twitter, when you report these guys on Twitter, nothing ever happens, rarely ever happens. And, there's a ton of scam, like these like pump and dump accounts out there, like, not to name any names, but like maybe like Atlas and all these other dudes.
Not to name anyone,
quick
but
database
naming them.
made.
Not to name too many names. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe interesting to have like a separate reporting system. Just I guess it's kind of hard to have someone who's like totally unbiased, though. So like kind of rate other accounts, but yeah. It's definitely.
Matt will have one
seen...
done. Matt will have one done by 9 p.m. It'll be an MVP.
The thing that I was thinking of. Have you guys ever used Reddit? They have like financial service boards. They implemented this thing called the Universal Scammer List. It's basically Reddit's version of telling if someone's a scammer or not on the website.
Yeah. It's difficult when it's not sectioned off by like niches. It's like how long is someone going to spend on there really to try and find a scammer, especially with Reddit.
No, you can just like search a name, search a handle.
The downside with that is you have to decide because anyone can report it as a scammer. There'd have to be like a system to show like credibility between people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but like who's gonna? I mean, it could be crowdsourced though. If you get like 50 or 500 people reporting an account,
yeah, definitely.
It could be game though with bots though.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a great idea. I think it's good.
Yeah, it could be gamed with bots, I guess.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Maybe. Yeah, you could also make it so you have to like log into a Twitter account. Maybe you could then like maybe look at the number of followers the person has. That would prevent like some gaming.
You know what solves
this? It's just a simple captcha.
You know what solves this actually? There's a guy up here who's a speaker, and he's on a team that's building an app that's gonna have like reputations and stuff in the app.
Ooh. Wolf's like writing everything down right now.
Ooh.
Yeah. if you want legitimate, well, not financial advice, but from reputable sources, everybody who's verified within the Wolf app has actually been really vetted and has references and multiple Zoom meetings with my team, and actually goes through a whole process. So you can check it out. It's in link in my bio.
There we go. Alrighty.
Yeah, but that may be a little too small, like, I don't know.
For now.
You can't vet everyone.
Now, they're going
Yeah.
to replace
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of these things. That's the goal.
Rocket fuel incoming.
Alrighty, guys. That's going to kind of wrap up the quick week in FinTwit. Before I let you guys at least make a last kind of final comment, everyone in the audience, really quick, give everyone on here on the panel a follow. Matt and I might be working on something soon. Wolf Financial, he's got a great app. If you don't already know about his app, download it, check it out. And then Wolfie's got a bunch of stuff going on. He can speak to that if he wants to as well. And so just before we end it, Matt, I'll let you first kind of make a closing remark.
I really don't have much to say except for the guys up here are very credible. I love them each. And one thing, though, I kind of want to know the day for Wolf and Wolfie's argument. I'm interested.
Yeah, I mean,
we're
I'm
gonna
sure we
we're gonna
can book
contact
one.
Triller and we'll let you know.
Triller, you're not
Yeah.
going to sell ticketed spaces? You already got like $10 for me now.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, I'll let you know when I get ticketed spaces. That's when we'll do it.
That's crazy.
No.
Alrighty, over you, Wolf Financial.
Catch us tomorrow night, same time, right, Chad? Am I gonna be on that one?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Oh,
after,
sorry. Fine, I'll let you do
no
that.
worries.
Then I'll also, my other thing is, if Kayla was here in the beginning of this, tomorrow at 7 p.m. EST, which is gonna be an hour before this space, me and Kayla are going live on TikTok. So hop in the comments section on TikTok. I'm sure Matt and Chad will be there, and have fun with us.
I actually, unfortunately, won't. I'm going to be on a space with StockTwits. So,
Oh, nice.
With what's Re from Wall Street Confessions.
Big boy,
so I will
big
be on
boy.
that. Right, we're trying. Alrighty. Lastly, over to you, Wolfie.
I got nothing, man. Just be cautious out there. Tread gently. Things don't always go to the moon, and trade what you see, not what you feel.
But one more thing before I do close it up, Wolfie. I know you don't really want to push anything. Do you want to talk about anything that you do, or not really?
I think
some of the service you offer.
So I don't like pump. So like what the guy earlier was a tenor. What he was talking about. I try to avoid I feel like if people want to find me, you can click on my website. You can find me. You can find what I do. But I don't want to pump it because I don't like to give people a false sense of hope or your experience. My experiences can be different than yours, and your experiences can be different from the next guy. But I will say that outside of that, I do have some, I'm going to put together some content that people could really benefit from. And this comes from about 5 years of data collecting and of just input from people. So I'm putting together some content, hopefully really easily digestible. And then my goal is to I've never done a space of my own, but I'm going to start doing probably 2 a week, one to start and one to close the week. But other than that, I don't, when I feel like it's more time to get into things, I will.
Perfect.
I appreciate it though. Thanks for looking out. I really appreciate it.
Definitely. Alrighty, we look forward to seeing you guys next week as well. Before I kind of close off with some other final things, again, this episode was sponsored by RetroSend. Go check out the website if you want any great finance apparel. Tomorrow we're going to be doing a lot more serious space on just general markets. This week in markets with a couple of the speakers on here, 5 p.m. PST. And then I believe I'll be on a space with StockTwits and a few other people tomorrow at 7 p.m. EST, which is 4 p.m. PST. But again, we will see you next week. Have a great night and enjoy the rest of your week.
Take it easy, guys. Thanks, Chad.